Shalom, brothers and sisters. I wanted to talk to you briefly about a thought that came into my mind that I just wanted to share with you, and it's basically themed off of the movie The Butler by the Forrest Whitaker, and pretty much Forrest Whitaker his whole life. He grew up just like us, according to the movie, and back then in that time and period, which was kind of based on the 60s era, if I'm remember right, that there wasn't a whole lot of work that we did, and butlers and housemaids are dealing with the so-called African American woman, and I mean so-called because that's not who we really are. We're really Israelites, but dealing with our people back then, they didn't really have a lot of jobs to choose from, so we just kind of took what was available. And butlers, like I said, butlers, housemaids, and yada yada. But in the movie, the butler's son, he was kind of down with the Black Panthers and the militant movement, and he didn't start out like that, but he seen what was going on with our people and how we were treated, and it kind of drove him to that, because he started to figure out there was really no other way to have peace with the white man. And of course, Forrest Whitaker was mad at him and stuff, and couldn't understand why his son was like that. But towards the end of the movie, after all the cooning and stuff that Forrest Whitaker did and asking for raises, and he could never get the raise that he wanted, he started to realize why his son was doing what he did and why he felt the way he did. And at the end, he kind of joined his son in one of his revolutionary marches. And so I'm just coming to say, Negroes, especially Hispanics, Native Americans, wake up. You got to snap out of this Butler mentality, because if you end up with that Butler mentality, it's going to seem like everything's all cool. I got a job. They smile at me. They pat me on my back. But don't be like Forrest Whitaker in that movie, where it takes you at the end of your life to figure out how stupid you really were, and that they really don't care about you. History proved that they don't care about you, the so-called white man especially, or these other nations. So snap out of the Butler mentality, because at the end of the day and at the end of the life, you'll find out they don't give a damn about you. And I know some of you don't even have a retirement. You've worked all them years and don't hardly have anything to look forward to, and you're struggling in your 60s and 70s. Now, is that love to you? Our people have Stockholm syndrome, and that's pretty much you've been beat down so long that you have the mentality is, I can't beat them, I might as well join them. And but there is hope, and that's hope in the Hamashiach Yahushua, the Son of the Most High, to come and destroy this place and bring his people back to the land Israel. So that's all I'm going to share with you tonight. But just snap out of the Butler mentality. At the end of the day and at the end of your career, you'll end up with nothing, because there's no way you're going to prosper behind enemy lines. There's no way you're going to get your dream in your enemy's kingdom. So with that being said, Shalom, good night.